Body image, two small words that millions of people struggle to deal with every day. Many of us are Generation Z and revolve our lives around social media, texting, and just in general, our phones. We get dragged into the different world that we see throughout these devices and apps. The upcoming use of the words body imaging have greatly increased. Personally, this is something that I struggle with every day in our society. Social media has been the prime reason. The view of one's looks has changed drastically. Teens today need to realize the definition, how this is introduced in social media, and how to prevent the awful thoughts that come from social media associated with body imaging. Through this speech, I will touch on the points of introducing what body imaging is, how social media is the main cause for this in people today, and how to improve the social norm. Many people don't take the time to think about what body image actually means. Body image, according to Merriam-Webster, is a subjective picture of one's own physical appearance established both by self-observation and by noting the reactions of others. Everyone can look at their bodies and can find at least one thing that they aren't fond of. We all look very different in our own unique ways. People are often unhappy with their stomachs, arms, face, even the smaller things. Staring at myself in the mirror can be painful sometimes. I can look in the mirror and want to see a completely different self. Sadly, this is the normal for most people our age, wanting to change this or that without the real capability of doing so. It wouldn't be till later in my life when I realized where I was getting all these insecurities from. In today's day and age, we're expected to look a certain way due to mainly social media, which causes these body imaging issues. Social media is one of the main causes to blame for people's issues with body image. We sit on our phones scrolling and liking people's pictures, studying how they look. Our minds automatically want to compare ourselves to one another. Phelps says, social media images are filled with people presenting the best versions of themselves. Social media can then hurt your body image by consistently exposing yourself to the ideal body type, leading to consistent comparison of yourself to unrealistic standards. Most of these pictures are covered with filters, heavy editing from apps, and makeup to hide all the natural beauty and imperfections of someone. I often look at a picture on Instagram and wonder why my skin isn't that clear and why my figure isn't shaped like the rest. I then begin to have my body imaging issues because we all see on social media anymore is how one looks their best and with the altered post. With body imaging being such a giant issue due to social media, we need to learn how to prevent the comparison from one person to another. There are so many different ways people have promoted loving one's body and having positive body image. Osh says, the more you practice thinking positive thoughts about yourself and the fewer negative thoughts you have about your body, the better you will feel about who you are and how you look. All that we have going on in today's society, we really just have to think about ourselves and not to compare to other people. We have to think about the positives because at the end of the day, we look how we look and there's no changing that. My way of coping with my insecurities is standing in the mirror when I'm getting ready and saying my daily words of affirmation. This allows me to look at myself and say it's okay not to be perfect, but to love the things that you're proud of. In the end, we all have to find ways to prevent ourselves from falling in this hole of not loving who we are. Body image and its tie with social media might never end in this society. It's important to remember the definition of body image, how it's tied to social media, and how you can try to eliminate the negative thoughts about your body image. Body image is something we can all work on using words of affirmation during the day, posting unfiltered pictures, complimenting others, etc. Knowing exactly what causes bad body imaging and how social media hides imperfections, we can realize that we can tell ourselves we aren't supposed to look like that. We aren't supposed to be perfect. With this information, we can promote body positivity, loving ourselves and one another. If you see someone down about themselves, pick them up. A compliment can really change someone's day or even life. The more we build others up, the more this world will be a happier place.